Well, good evening, my little tubs of raspberry ice cream. And may I say, how fantastic you're looking with that wooden spoon stuck into you. Oh, sets you off a treat, so it does. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you to Thursday Night Live, the last of our hour-long formats for a couple of days as we are heading towards the weekend and the short but sweet. But tonight we are here for an entire hour plus 2 or 3 minutes of BAT, because why the devil not? You're worth it. You're such a fantastical top of the range community, and I am unanimous in that. So we are going to spend this time together waving away Thursday and welcoming in Friday. Poets' Day, my lovelies. Piss off early tomorrow, Saturday. And we will be doing so in the company of our perennial and permanent pals, our matching pair of his and hers, highly powered hedgehogs of truth. You know their powers. I urge you, with all of the earnestness currently at my command, deploy the powers with wisdom and restraint. We are not being joined by Two Ton Ted the Tenting Tin or the Netty Petty Piss Pot tonight. They are sitting on the sidelines. However, Sean's box, our good old regular friend, has kindly joined us and has very obligingly assumed the pounding position. And quite frankly, it's ready for a jolly good seeing to. And last but by no means least, we have got the community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you could, many would argue should, and I damn well hope will, leave a voice note for the delectation and delight of your fellow bogs, your fellow members of my inner scrotum, and of course, if they are with us, the elite penny lickers. Now then, I cannot wait to take down your trousers, pop you over my knee, and begin the conversational spanking. But before I do that, I'm going to have a quite frankly incredibly well-deserved goodly slurp of my lovely wine. Oh yes. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Cheers, darlings. Your very, very good health. Bottoms up, if you're lucky, lads. Up yours, if you're not careful, ladies. Don't be taken unawares. Keep your wits about you. Keep your hands on your halfpennies. And above all, with excitement coursing down both nostrils, and with integrity trumpeting like a rogue bull elephant out of my rearward facing back bottom, get stuffed. Thank you. Thank you so much. Prost. Slancha. Or if you're Moldovan, Narak. It's an excuse to have another slurp, isn't it? Right then, darlings, right then. I will now, professionally and with not inconsiderable enthusiasm, scroll as far back into the comments as I can, and I will welcome you individually by name. Joining us tonight here in the mainstream of this symposium, in no particular order of appearance, merit, height, or bra size, there's a wine burp that's just aching to come out. There it was. Joining us tonight are Carl of the Lockpick, Tonic 110, Jimmy Quinn, Peter P, JB71, Richard Paulie Galtieri, of course. Barry Scrotter, the one and only. Steph, the lovely Steph is with us. How fantastic. JB71 again, Jimmy Quinn again, Peter P again. JB71, Jimmy Quinn, Peter P, Barry Scrutter, Barry Scrutter, Steph, JB71, Richard, Angela, hello you wonderful, lovely personage you. Oh, is that a new nightie? You're looking fabulous, if you don't mind me saying so. Dan Fango. Good evening, Dan Fango. You absolutely splendid gentleman, you. Oh, my goodness gracious me. I am quite excited about all of this. Paula, the lovely Paula, who, as always, is full of hope. Good evening, Paula. Jim's Rants, the fabulous Jim's Rants. Pop 57, the lovely Pauline. Paulie Galtieri, Steph. Carl of the Lockpig, Jim's Rants, Steph. Tonic 110, Angela. Oh, the Jamesy boy, a very good evening to you. Paula again, Jim's Rants, the Jamesy boy. Jonathan, good evening, Jonathan. Pauline, Craig Cartledge, good evening, sir. Paul Birch, you lovely, fabulous man. I hope things are brighter for you. I really, really do. Dan, good evening, Dan. Mark Passad, the one and only. Tonic 110, Richard the Jamesy boy. Oof. Oh, Hedgehog of Truth, Boaty, would you really like to go on Anne Widdicombe? No. That was quick and easy, wasn't it? Come on, let's have more Hedgehog of Truth questions. I love me a Hedgehog of Truth question, and I'm feeling hideously indiscreet tonight, darlings. Oh, yes. What? I should cocoa. I should rub it up. And I might, actually. You never know. Wine. Have you tried it? It's fantastic. Of course you don't want to be a window licker, Jimmy Quinn, but a penny licker, that is an entirely different kettle of halibut. Steve McDonald, a very good evening to you. Sal Galaxy, good evening. Baron 1001. My eyes, which have been working perfectly all day, are starting to degenerate. Where are my looking glasses? Here they are. We'll get those ready for immediate deployment. Who are bum, tiddle, tiddle, and little whittle. Laura Turner, good evening. How fabulous to have you with us. Susie Sunshine. Oh my goodness gracious me. I can post today, says Steve McDonald. 1 day away from ex-hamster, obviously. Well done, you. Jude Linton, a very good evening to you. Last night was funny. Diddly-do, diddly-do, diddly-diddly-do. Diddly-do, diddly-do, diddly-diddly-do. You slag. Boaty, did you get paid? Asks Jonathan. Thank God, yeah. Should have been tomorrow, but, it should have been Monday. It was going to be paid tomorrow, but it's Monzo, so you can get it a little bit early. So, yeah, 4 o'clock this afternoon. More on that in tomorrow's video. Obviously, that's a massive relief, but today was still a struggle because that came at 4 p.m. Well, you could claim it at 4 p.m. It can take up to an hour to actually appear. And I had stuff going out of my main bank today, and there was no money in there. I was well over my overdraft limit, and that needed money paying in before 2 p.m. Otherwise, stuff would bounce. So, but yeah, big sigh of relief, obviously. Turbo diesel Talbot camper on marketplace for £1,000. Well, God, that's going to be pants, isn't it? Hedgehog of Truth question. You can only choose one to own, motorhome or caravan? Motorhome. Another easy one. Oh, Paul. Oh, dear. Yeah, that doesn't sound great, does it? That doesn't sound great. David, good evening. Sam's dad, always. Rob Taylor. I mean, Paul, difficult to know what to say, really, but I know it's a cliche and a platitude, but every problem can also be an opportunity if you can try and make it happen and force yourself to see it. And I know that I'm the last person to be giving that advice, given my doings over the last few months. Hedgehog of Truth question, Boaty. How did you seduce a female customer into buying a car from you? I never did. I never did. I seduced them either during the buying process or afterwards. But I never seduced anybody into buying a car from me. I think. No, I didn't. I didn't. No, absolutely not. Absolutely 100% not. There were seductions, but they took place during and then after the purchasing process. And that has just reminded me of one particular woman, chef, that I haven't thought about for, I don't know, 20 or 30 years or something. That was a post-sale seduction, immediately post-sale as well. As in, she signed on the dotted line, handed the deposit over, and I slapped it on her. Took her out that night. Rosie O'Brien's, Solihull. God. That was the one that locked the door and hid the key the next morning. True story. True story. I took her out that night, stayed at hers. She lived in Bromsgrove. The next morning when I was going to work, she literally got up, locked the door, hid the key so I couldn't get out. Ah. Well, I was young and relatively vigorous, although I thought I'd given all I had to give. But I'm British, so my upper lip was stiff. It really was one of those. Right, where did I get to? In the old comments. I've pretty much caught up, I think. I've done awfully well, haven't I? Fair play to me. Can't wait for the season to start, says Rob Taylor. Not sure what season we're talking about. Oh, that's where I got to. What styling package did you get, Boaty? I got the Roam. Roam if you want to. Roam around the world. Yeah, I got the Roam package. £96 a month. Thank you very much. Oh, well, that is an upside, Paul. That's definitely an upside. Oh, a Hedgehog of Truth question from Noel Edmonds, TV actor. Noel, I hate to break this to you. You were never a TV actor. You were a presenter. As far as I'm aware, you've never acted in your life. But maybe this is a different Noel Edmonds. Oh, no, it can't be. It can't be, can it? Because you're not allowed to have the same name as anybody else. Did you know that, darlings? Did you know that, obviously, if you're an actor or presenter or whatever, then you're a member of Equity, the Actors Union, and you're not allowed to have the same name as somebody else. That's why people end up with different names. For example, David Williams. His name is David Williams, but there is already a David Williams registered with Equifax, Equity, So he had to change it, and he changed it to Williams. And that is the reason for a lot of name changes. Although some people just change their name because they've got an absolute dick of a name, like Shirley Crabtree or Marion Montgomery or Archibald Leach or, oh well, name any others that you care to name. I've used a few different names over the years. I raced under a different name, I sang under a different name, and the name I have now is not the name that was on my birth certificate. There you go. There's a bit of information I don't think you already knew. Or maybe you did, because God knows I've been doing these live streams for over 3 years, and that means I've told you absolutely everything that's in my head, at least 3 times over, and probably more like 30. Anyway, let's pour a bit more wine and crack on. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. So yeah, I'll answer that question a bit more fully. Not the most recent one. Well, I'll catch up with the comments. Since I've pretty much caught up with it. Oh, right, food news. Oh, big treat tonight. Big, unhealthy, disgusting, but wonderful treat tonight. Chicken tikka madrai with fresh green chilli, fresh onions, white and red. And I'm going to add in a load of fresh tomato and a naan bread. Pretty much the most unhealthy thing that you can shove in your gob. But, you know, once a week, darlings. I've decided that Thursday is going to be chicken madrai night for me. This Thursday anyway, and Thursdays going forward. But not next Thursday, because next Thursday I'm going to be somewhere else, and I genuinely still don't know where. I've got no idea where I'm going. I do know that I'm flying from Birmingham. I do know that I'm not going to be able to go to bed on Sunday night. I do know that I'm flying with Brian Air, the Joys. And I've found out that their baggage thing has changed, and I need to buy a bag, a suitably sized bag, from Amazon and try and get it delivered before Sunday night. And the bag is about the size of a takeaway container. So I've got to try and pack 5 days worth of kit, including all of my filming and editing and live streaming kit, into a bag that's about that size. So that's going to be a challenge, isn't it? And then I'm going to have to try and survive for 5 days where I don't know where I am. And I still don't, I know roughly, I know the region, but I don't know exactly where. I'm reliably informed it's in the arse end of nowhere. So half hour's drive to the nearest shop. And I don't speak the language. And it's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be interesting. How will I survive? How will I cope with... I'm going to have nothing with me. How do you pack 5 days of shit into a takeaway container? I mean, I'm going to have to take a toothbrush, a pair of pants, and a couple of cameras, phones, things. And then I'm going to have to cope with... I mean, what am I going to have for supper? What wine am I going to drink? Oh my God, it's all going to be a bit different. Will I even catch the plane when I've got to be at Birmingham Airport at 5 o'clock in the morning? I mean, that is outrageous. That's just despicable, isn't it? But on the plus side, if I actually get there, it's going to be nice and warm. which is a good job because I'm going to have to be naked. I'm going to have no clothes, apart from the clothes that I go in, I suppose. Oh, oh well, it'll be an adventure, won't it? We're going to have some Spanish live streams if we've got an internet. I'm told an internet has been booked, but God knows what it's going to be like. I'm told a car has been booked. I don't know what that's going to be like. I don't even know what car I'm going to be driving. So it's going to be a voyage of discovery into the unknown. And but at least it'll be different content for you, won't it? At least you won't have to watch me driving to work again. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hang on, I was doing a Hedgehog of Truth question. I forgot about that. When will you be spending more time in your caravan, at least 1 or 2 nights a week? Could you tell us how much you love it being over there? I'll be spending more time in the caravan when I can't spend time here at Windy Bum. And I don't know when that is. So I can't honestly answer that question. As long as I can stay at Windy Bum, I'm going to stay at Windy Bum because I love it here. It's nice. It's a nice place to be. Not that ROGERBOTTY isn't lovely. Not that NETTY isn't lovely, but I'm going to make the most of Windy Bum while I still can. I'm paying for the bugger, and it's a lot more expensive than Lickpenny, I can tell you that. So I might as well get some money's worth out of it. And I've got a bath here, and I like a bath, darlings. And I've got a washing machine. I like a washing machine, darlings. And I've got a nice table where I can do nice live streams and put new flowers on for you that you've not even mentioned or said thank you for, you ungrateful bastards. I treat you to beautiful red roses and not a word. Not a bloody word. Honestly. I don't know why I bother with you, like, I really don't. But that's the honest answer to that, Mr. Parry, Mr. Edmonds, sorry. Potentially TV actor from Port Sunlight on the Whittle, which is, of course, the Leisure Peninsula. Oh, take it. Take it. Who's your daddy? Sorry about that. I mean, now, having said all of that, when the weather starts getting better, if Windy Bum is still, well, Windy Bum will still here, but if I'm still in Windy Bum when the weather gets better, I'm probably going to spend more time at the caravan because actually, if I'm Hedgehog of Truth, honesty, on a nice day, I'd rather be at the caravan than here, I think. And if that's not the case now, I think it soon will be. I loved that Tuesday. Honestly, I can't tell you how much that changed me. The sun was shining, it was warm. Nettie had all her doors open. ROGERBOTTY had his door open. The rabbits were running around and being wonderful. The birds were singing. And it was just a joy. And I loved being able to just potter around Nettie, potter around ROGERBOTTY. I mean, I can't deny it. At that point in time, on that day, at that point in history, I was happier there than I would have been here. So when it happens, it's not going to be it's not going to be an entire disaster. I'm not dreading. I'll be honest, I'm not dreading going to ROGERBOTTY now. Certainly not for the spring and summer. And by the time autumn and winter come around, I'll have developed a new life, a new lifestyle, and I'm sure everything's going to be grand. But I'm not dreading it. That Tuesday was just a different world. A different world. And of course, when I'm spending more time there, or when I'm there full time, then obviously I will make ROGERBOTTY will be home, won't he? And I'll get my little ways. I mean, I'm excited. Everything's going to be on hold for the next week because, I mean, it's only a couple of days until bloody Sunday now, isn't it? So I've got to prepare for that. I've got to get a case. I've got to think about what I'm going to take. I've got to think about how I'm going to stay alive. I've got to find my passport. I've got to think about changing currency. All of that sort of skedaddling. I need to print the parking tickets off. I have actually booked the parking. You'll be delighted to hear. That's not cheap, is it? Fucking hell. And this is all a bit anxiety inducing in a way because I haven't done this for quite a while. Now, obviously, scroll back to before the pandemic, and over winter and early spring, I was going away to Malta every month. So, every 4 to 5 weeks, I was heading off to an airport. I was jumping on a Ryanair flight, and I had it absolutely down to a T. But it's been a while. I've forgotten how to do it, and I'm going to an unfamiliar place. And it's so unfamiliar, I don't even know where it is. I haven't got a clue where I'm going. I don't know if it's on the coast, I don't know if it's in the mountains. I just know a general region that it is in Spain. I've got no idea what the place is like. I have been told there's no microwave. But that's okay. I can survive without a microwave. Right, let's get back to the old comments. Hedgehog of Truth. Oh, from Paula. Did you like the book Alice's Adventures in Wonderland when you were young? And if so, why? No, it wasn't really. I'm aware of it. I've probably read it. But it doesn't resonate as anything that meant anything to me in my childhood. No. Kind of wasn't what I read when I was a kid. I mean, the book that I remember meaning something to me when I was very young, because I remember I read it in one night. My grandparents were staying, so I was hoofed out of my bedroom and I was in the middle room on the Z bed. Remember those? And the middle room is where most of the books were. There were books in every room and there were bookcases in every room apart from the bathroom. And I found a book written by L.M. Montgomery. And I read it in one night on the Z bed. I would have been, I don't know, 6 or 7, something like that. And that book was Anne of Green Gables. So I remember that one, but no, not Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I know about it, and I've probably read it, but it didn't mean anything to me, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Whereas Anne of Green Gables, as a very young child, 6, 7, whatever I was, Anne of Green Gables, that really did resonate for some reason. Other books I remember from childhood. I read quite a lot of Russian literature when I was young. So another one that stood out would be One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich, written by, written by, God, how annoying, I can't recall. I'm going to have to Google it because it's important to me that Solzhenitsyn, I have remembered. Alexander Solzhenitsyn. I don't need to Google it. I don't need to Google it. One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich. I would have been about 8 when I read that. And I remember that had a massive effect on me when I was a kid. Yeah, I do remember that one, a massive effect, because Solzhenitsyn was, he was sent to, he was a prisoner in Russia, and he was sent to the doings. It's late at night. I'm tired. I can't remember. He was sent to the bloody freezing. Oh, Siberia. He was sent to a prison camp in Siberia and spent a long time there. And he wrote many novels. Most based on fact, very bravely, because he wrote them in the face of the might of the Soviet authority before the Iron Curtain fell. And he wrote a book called One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich. And I do recommend that you all seek it out and read it. And it was simply the story told in the first person of a life in a Siberian prison camp through the eyes of one prisoner. And it was one of his better days. And I remember the effect that that had on me, because it was a perfectly written description of what any human being would likely to think of as an unimaginable day from hell. And yet, for him, it was one of the better days. And the last line, I've not read this book for 20 years, maybe longer, but the last line was something along the lines of, I'll have to paraphrase, I can't remember, but it was something like, it was one of the better days. And then the next and final line was, there were 7,642 days to go, or whatever the number actually was. And the reason that it was one of the better days was that he was ill when he woke up, but it didn't get worse. And he got a better than average portion of gruel for his meal. You know, other than that, it was just entirely dreadful. He's in sub-zero temperatures, being forced to work like a, well, literally like a slave. But that was one of the better days. And I can't tell you the resonance that that had with me. I think I was 8, somewhere around 8, when I read that. It was a period when I was reading almost exclusively Russian literature, of which there was plenty in my house, my parents' house. And it didn't half alter your perspective, because, you know, you think somebody can have a good day under those circumstances. And obviously the concomitant knock-on is, what the fuck are you worrying about when your life, however bad you think your life was, and believe me, when I was 8 years old, I thought my life was pretty awful. I wasn't in a Siberian prisoner work camp. So that was the book that really taught me to get my head out of my arse. Don't feel overly sorry for yourself and crack on, because that's what life is. That's probably the book that more than any other helped me with my career as a cyclist. Don't worry, I'm not going to turn sideways and talk about it for 20 minutes, but it explained hardship, and it changed the way I thought about everything, and I'll never forget that. And another childhood book, I'll give you two more and then I'll shut up and get back to your comments. I Bought a Mountain, and I can't remember who wrote that. A Canadian who bought a hill farm in Snowdonia because they had Welsh heritage. And it's just a true story of life trying to make that hill farm work with no electricity and no experience in farming and so on. And the other one I will give you is Spencer's Mountain, written by Earl Hamner Jr., which is the book that the television series The Waltons was based on. But The Waltons is all sugary and sweet, and Spencer's Mountain was a lot more real. And I'll give you one more to throw in, because this is actually more true. And I've only just thought, and I probably wasn't going to tell you, but I was obsessed with a series of books written by somebody called Stanley Morgan. I wonder if anybody's ever heard that name or read any of the books. And he did a series of books where the protagonist was somebody called Russ Tobin. And the books were all named eponymously. Tobin for Hire, Tobin this, Tobin that, Tobin in Las Vegas. That's why I always wanted to go to Las Vegas, because Russ Tobin had been there. And they were, when they were written, which would have been in the 1970s, they were as near the knuckle as you could get without being prosecuted. In other words, they contained, for the time, graphic sexual descriptions, which I didn't understand when I was a kid. But I did understand about Tobin in Paradise, that was another one. I did understand about an ordinary guy who happened to be born good looking and tall, dark and handsome, with a bit of charisma. And he went from being an ordinary little shit on the Wirral, oddly enough, the Leisure Peninsula. And he became a TV star through TV adverts, and then just had adventures around the world and shagged a lot of women. And that was the thing. It wasn't the graphic sexuality that appealed to me, because I didn't understand it. I was the most naive kid. I mean, you know, when, I don't know how it is now, but when I was a kid, growing up on a council estate, people were shagging at the age of 12. I was 21 when I lost my virginity. I was one of the oldest virgins in the UK. And when I lost my virginity, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Not a clue. Literally not a clue. Didn't know anything about anything. It was Donna, I'll tell you. If Donna hadn't just kind of helped herself and taken charge, nothing would have happened. But it was quite a steep learning curve, but I caught up quite quickly. I was just late getting there. So it wasn't the sexuality of those books that appealed, and that was their USP, really. It was the fact that somebody from a nondescript working class background where you were supposed to do the same as your dad and go and work at the local factory could go off and do all of those things around the world. And that was what appealed. Because I was a kid at that point growing up in poverty on a grotty council estate, and it gave me some dreams and hopes that there could be a bit more to life. And then going on, then I discovered Clive James, and who became a friend, I'm proud to say, and the rest is history. Right, I'm losing comments. I better get back to them. Didn't think Boaty would be on your birth certificate. No, it wasn't. Reginald Dwight, good one. Good one. Hold on. Let's make life easier. Here we are. Large cod and chips for dinner, says Steve McDonald, but he's seen bigger whitebait. Oh dear. Kegon 1, good evening, is having fish and chips tomorrow. Where does darlings come from? I don't know. I've just always called people darling. Probably Richard Burton, like 40 years ago. I do call people darling and love, and it's an actor type thing. Yeah, it's not in a disrespectful sense or anything like that, or a misogynistic. For as long as I can remember, I've called people male and female, or female, darling and love. Oh, good, Robbie Dorset, good. And good evening to you, by the way. Da, 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 da. Oh, good. Thank you, Paula. Right, you've got experience. Is that where I'm going? Is that the airport where I'm going to? Okay. Oh, Ange. Oh, the lovely Ange. I love Ange. I love Ange and Phil. They are the kind of people that you guys really should hang out with, because they are unutterably fabulous. Each of them, individually and together. They are wonderful. And I am counting the seconds until I get to hang out with them again, because they're just that fabulous. They really are. And that is, of course, Lady Angela and Lord Baverstock. And Lady Angela is, let us not forget, the Honourable Minister for Planning and Organisation and Prostitution and Orienteering, obviously. I did think the roses looked lovely, says Jude Linden. And David Owen James says, I did admire the roses. Oh, and Raven, good evening. The red roses are ace. Much appreciated, Boaty. They're just the cast-offs from the restaurant. Rather than throw them away, I bring them here. But, yes, I remember you lucky people. I probably am crazy, Cairgorn 1, but there we are. Hedgehog of Truth question, Boaty, what car had the best interior you've ever sat in terms of quality, features, equipment, and overall ambience? It's one of two, and they spring immediately to mind. A Jensen Interceptor Series 4, which you probably didn't know existed. Incredibly rare. They didn't have the big goldfish bowl rear window that had been deleted. And I had one through my hands that I can't remember where it came from, but it went to Dubai and a sheikh of some nature. Inordinately expensive, but it had a fantastic interior. And the other one would be a Lamborghini Espada Series 3. That was the most exciting interior that I think I've ever seen. And if I had to plump for one, it would be the Espada. It was sensational. I mean, I love a Rolls Royce or even a Bentley. But no, the Series 3 Espada, that was almost indescribable. It was, yeah, I'd have to go for that. Series 3 Espada. Oh, Peter P. Got it right. It's going to be the Espada. Oh, my God. Where are you flying out from, Boaty? Yeah, Birmingham, BHX. What's cottaging in Spanish? Not a clue. Oh, cider with Rosie. Yeah. Z-beds. The headboard was a shelf when it was folded up. Yes, I remember. I remember very well. Yeah, I did read Tolstoy. Shawshank Redemption. The artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty made me watch that film. I suppose it wasn't completely awful, but I don't like watching films generally, unless they're a particular type of film. Crime and Punishment was indeed heavy going. Josh, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, there was indeed a glitch in last night. Mark's walking vlog says, I only ever bought one book. It was a load of shit, and I never bought another book after that. Well, okay, that's a shame. Oops, didn't mean to press that. Simone, the lovely Hooked on Classics. Good evening to you. Right, I've obviously got a little bit behind here, but don't worry, we'll catch up. Oh, Keg on One. I went through a sci-fi phase. Rendezvous with Rama, Arthur C. Clarke. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Oh no, don't order the frickles again. Oh God. My steak was superb. I'll be having steak again, I can assure you of that. Oh man, about the house. Blimey. Yeah, JB71, I saw that in the Facebook group. Ran out of time to reply to it. I had no idea that Clive had done that. I don't watch Neighbours, and he never mentioned it to me in chat. So that was news to me that Clive James did a cameo appearance in Neighbours as a postman. Hope you got a decent few quid for it. Oh, behave. I didn't steal anything from bloody Mad Mark, for God's sake. Ah, yes. Ange has been hard at work and the table is booked. A big table. Now, she keeps saying that it's at the Hive Hotel, and it's not. It's at the Hyde with a D Hotel, which is on the Baslow Road in Eastmoor, on the very edge of the Peak District National Park. Right, now, in all seriousness, we have had to book, or Ange has had to book, a big table. So they will be changing things around for us. So if you're planning on coming, you need to let us know. At the moment, the table that we've got booked is for 3 more people than we currently have confirmed. But we're going to have to be a bit careful about this. So if you're planning to come, please let us know. And if you were coming but are not going to be able to, again, please let us know. Because we need to, in fairness to the venue, it's a Sunday. It's probably the busiest day of the week for them. So we can't dick them around and ask them to accommodate more people than we booked for. Or turn up and say, yeah, I know we booked a table for 28, but there's actually only now 15 of us. I run a restaurant. That is really, really annoying, because they might have turned away bookings on the basis that we're coming, and then when we turn up, there's only half of us. So please do. You're all welcome. As many of you as care to come along are more than welcome. But just please, liaise with, well, not me, because I'll forget. Liaise with Ange. And keep Ange updated so that we can keep the venue updated. And do think about coming along, because it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. The weather will be amazing. I've booked nice weather. And we've got the Sunday lunch. And if you're able to, I know Monday's not possible for many of you who do the old 9 to 5 type thing. But if you can be free on a Monday, then seriously, come along for a Matlock Monday and a mad night. You might need to travel a bit. You might need to put yourself out of your comfort zone, but I promise you, you won't regret it. Trust me, these community meetups are life-enhancing experiences. And if you don't believe me, ask the people who've come along. Oh, Celtic Rose, good evening. Oh yeah, duck is a thing here around Derbyshire as well. Jen, good evening, Jen. Oh my goodness me, you're home from work, are you? Well done you. Oh God, I can't see a thing. Oh, you're aware of the Mark IV body scrotter? Not many people are. Not many people are. A lot of people don't know that there was a Mark IV Jensen Interceptor with the trademark goldfish rear window deleted. And externally, it looked a bit shit. But inside, oh my God, the interior was fabulous. Pet Man, I use both of those as well. Jen saying hello to everybody. I want a roller, says the Jamesy boy. Honestly, I want another one. I passed a beautiful Shadow 2 today in my favourite colour, and I would love another Rolls. Before I turn my face to the wall and take that final, I would love another roly-poly. I felt very much at home in a Rolls. I bet that if you added up all of the marques that I've owned, I would bet a pound to a penny that I've owned more Rolls Royces than any other marque. I would. I actually would. I would. I love the bloody roly-poly. And I love the shadow. I love the shadow. It's weird how you go, isn't it? So when it came to the Shadow 1, 2 and the Bentley T1 and 2, I was always a Rolls Royce man. I always wanted the Shadow. In fact, I've never owned, Hedgehog of Truth, I've never owned a Bentley T1 or T2. Shadow 1s, Shadow 2s, yeah, shed loads. But never the Bentley. It was always the Rolls. But then when we came to Spirit, then I kind of swerved onto Bentley because Mulsanne, Turbo R, obviously. Weird thing. It's a weird thing how that happened. I definitely from, when did Spirit come in? 83? 82, 83, I think Spirit came in, and Spur, which of course was the long wheelbase version. But by the time that Spirit and Spur came in, I whizzed over to Mulsanne 8, Turbo R, and so on, and so fifth. And now I'm just asking myself the question, would I rather have a really nice late Shadow 2 or a really nice Turbo R or Mulsanne Turbo? And that's a tricky one. Oh, fuck it, I'll go for the Bentley. I'll go for the Bentley. I've told you this before, but it was a weird thing. When I was a kid in my 20s and I was tooling around town, Birmingham, I could drive a Ferrari, I could drive a Lamborghini, and nobody would really look or comment. But if I drove a Bentley, which was worth less than the Ferrari or the Lamborghini or the Maserati or whatever, that always drew comments. Maybe it was an age thing, maybe it was because I was young and driving a Bentley, and I suppose people think that if you're young you're going to go for a bloody sporty Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche or something. But it was always the Bentley that I got comments in. Maybe it was an age thing and you don't expect to see a 20-year-old driving a Bentley. 20-year-old? 20-something. I'd have been 25. I think that's what I loved about them. That they were a statement car. More so than cars that were more expensive. I remember taking Lise, you know Lisa, the one that lived in Cyprus, all that. Patrick Mower's ex. I remember taking her to the Bel Air nightclub at the Belfry in a Rolls Royce Silver Shadow, Shadow 2. And honestly, at that time, that car was worth £6-7 on its toes. And, you know, it was worth it was worth less than the average Repmobile, a 12-month-old, whatever the Ford was, Mondeo, I suppose, at the time, or Cavalier or Vectra or whatever it was. They were for nothing. And yet, you could turn up with a beautiful woman, and Lisa was beyond stunning. You could turn up at the Bel Air in a car that cost you less than a 12-month-old family hatchback or Repmobile and turn heads. God, yeah, I remember that. I loved that. That was the first time Lisa came up to my workplace up in Worcestershire. God, yeah. I took her to the Bel Air and, oh, this is real memory lane now. I remember her getting ready in my work flat, and she had this black thing. I told her I was taking her to a posh nightclub, and she had this black dress thing, and it was all different strands. It was, it was designed to show off as much of her body as possible. But it wasn't half a job getting her tied into it. I had to help out because it was all just, rather than a thing covering all of this, it was just little strands going around, and they all had to be intertwined and tied around the back. It took about an hour to get her bloody ready, but my God, it was worth it. We rolled up at the Bel Air on a Thursday night, and if you used to use the Belfry as your local, and I did, then you would know what Thursday nights at the Bel Air were all about. And I just rolled up, went straight to the door, opened the door for her, she got out, there's a queue of people. Oh my God, I've never felt like more of a man. Good evening, sir.
Would you mind awfully pounding that box, please?
I wouldn't mind in the very least. It's about time somebody told me to do it. I should have finished 4 minutes ago.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought.
One box, Welsh, put call. £1, 3, 2, 1. Oh, how stuck is that?
Yes. Now then. Speak to you later. Bye.
It's done. Catch you later, mate. Bye-bye. Oh, well, thank you for reminding me of that memory. Pouring Lisa out of the roly-poly. It was just a statement thing, and yet it didn't cost anything. Oh, that was a good night. Lisa got a lot of attention that night, and she loved it. And she loved the fact that I was okay with it, because Lisa was a good soul, and she'd had a really bad husband. And she loved the fact that with me, she could go out and be admired and be flirted with, and I knew she was coming home with me. Of course I did. So she can do what she wants. And that was brilliant. That's healthy, isn't it? That's kind of healthy. I do remember that night. It's one of the only times that I've ever been on the dance floor of a nightclub, because the song at that moment, the song of the time, or the track, or whatever you call it, was Darude Sandstorm. I'll never forget it. And Lise knew how to do it, the dance floor thing. I didn't have a fucking clue. She dragged me on the bloody dance floor, and I've got, considering that I am mixed race, considering that I am, I've got black man's balls, considering that I'm of Afro-Caribbean heritage, I've got no rhythm. I've got absolutely no rhythm at all. I cannot dance to save my life. And Lisa had been going mad on the dance floor, and Sandstorm came on, and she was kind of, I think she'd had a bit too much male attention for her own comfort. She did look stunning. And she dragged me on the bloody dance floor. God almighty, you've never seen a bloke look as much of a cock as I must have looked that night. I didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue. But I remember the tune. Do you remember it? Darude Sandstorm? Oh, that was a good night. I think that somewhere on Facebook there are pictures of the morning after, I think. What time is it? Oh my God, right. I just inhaled down the wrong hole. Cousin Helen's joins us. Better late than never. How are you, cuz? Hope you're well. Right, it's probably time to start saying good night. Oh, fabulous. The lovely Simone. Hello, my lovely.
Good evening, Boaty.
Good evening.
Good evening. Could you please pound that box, please?
I could.
Can I say please once more?
You can, go for it.
Please. Do you have any pounds left?
I do. I've got it right here. Consider it done, my lovely. Here we go. It's the same box. It's a second pound. 3,
Oh,
2,
good.
1. Oh, it's stuck. Oh, it's gone. It has gone.
Oh.
How are you, darling?
just,
We've not spoken for a while. How's things?
My brain kind of hurts right now. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm hitting 50 soon.
Yeah, happens to the best of us.
What happens to all of us?
Only if you're lucky. Remember that.
Yeah.
Only if you're lucky.
Yeah. I'm just a little bit worried about where my life is going. I know this is going on to YouTube, and I don't mean to get all deep and everything.
That's okay.
But I'm not employed and haven't been for a very long time, and I'm worried because things are changing within the government regarding people who are unemployed.
Are they?
Yeah. So I'm a bit worried. I'm not too sure what to do with myself. So, yeah, they want us all in employment, and it's like I don't really know what to do. So.
What would you like to do? If you could wave a magic wand, what would you like to do?
Well, because I qualified as a welder, I wouldn't mind doing that. But it terrifies me to go back into the workplace. It's been a very long time since I've been there.
That's a recent thing, though, isn't it? The welding?
Yeah, I passed the qualification when I was 48, so not that long ago.
So what did you do historically?
Well, I mean, when I was young, I used to work in nightclubs and stuff. Then I went and worked in retail for about a decade. And then I worked as a water treatment engineer, which didn't last long because of the economic crash in 2008.
Okay.
And then after that, things took a tumble. And things haven't been right since. And that's a long time ago.
Right.
So I really don't know what I'm supposed to do with myself. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really...
No. I'm sorry. It's kind of a bit late because I would love to go in with this. If you're willing, can we keep this going and keep it as a theme and put the party mind to work to try and figure out...
That would be very good, actually. I think I would enjoy that because I used to have someone I used to go and speak to, and when I get appointments and things, I get very forgetful, And
Yeah.
if I have forms to fill in, I get massively anxious. I'm not very good at forms. And it's very complex of like the way I struggle to do things.
I get that.
Yeah, it's even talking about it now, my anxiety is going crazy.
I get that.
So, yeah, bit emotional as well. I'm a very emotional person, so I kind of struggle with that as well.
Okay, well, if it's okay with you, then let's keep this going and let's see, because you're absolutely not alone. There will be, I mean, you know, there will be countless
don't doubt
people,
that.
God knows where, who are in similar positions.
Yeah,
But let's go with this. Let's run with this as a theme because it's,
I know it's late. I do apologise.
no, please don't. Please don't. I'm so glad that you phoned in. It's,
Kurgon, I wouldn't even know where to start with starting up a business. It terrifies me. And my family don't seem to care either. They don't want to know, apart from my mum, of course.
that's two separate issues. Let's dust
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Let's
Yeah, it's
dust
a bit
that
much.
off at the start. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's.
Sorry.
No, stop apologising. You've been here since day one. You are absolutely one of. Are you okay? You okay, sweetheart?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm just, my shoulder's killing me right now.
All right. Okay. Well.
On another slightly different note, my GP, I finally got an appointment to see my GP after my injection. They're not going to see me until the 30th of next month.
Right.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But it's nothing unusual these days.
Yeah, we do live in slightly difficult times, don't we?
We do now. Yeah, unfortunately. But we've got to live with it, haven't we? We've got to suck it up.
Right. This is the perfect example, and please, I hope you're okay with this, but this is the perfect example of where I want the community to be going. Right. Simone, if you're new or relatively new to the channel, Simone has been part of this since day one, really, haven't you?
Years, damn it.
Yeah. When this was a car thing and the community didn't exist and all of that. And Simone is lovely. Simone has talent. She is incredibly personable. She's the type
I do try.
She's the type of person that turns up to an event and all of the big YouTubers want to interview her because there will be great content. But, and I hope this is fair to say, she struggles to regularly work with her own channel.
Yeah.
And I think this is the sort of thing that we should be doing. We've got so much life experience and empathy and whatnot between us. So let's going forward, let's keep Simone in mind and see if between us we can make any kind of a difference at all, suggest ways forward, because I understand your situation. Yeah, I know you volunteer, so
I do. I've been a volunteer now since at least 2012.
So you're by no means work shy.
No, I haven't been idle. I don't like to. I mean, yes, I get days where I can't go out. I get days where I struggle to even do housework, and at the moment it's even worse. So I'm going to have to try and get someone in to help me.
Right, just for info going forward, if you had a job, a paid employment job, do you think that would, in your current state, do you think that you would be able to think, well, I might not do anything else today, but I have to go and do this? Or
Yeah,
do you
well,
think that it would be too much?
Well, when I do the volunteering, I volunteer on a Sunday and a Wednesday,
Yeah.
and I've got into the mental state now where I do that.
So,
My brain won't let me not do it.
so you always do it?
Unless I'm really sick, and then obviously I can't, or if I'm not here, if I go away, obviously then someone else should have to cover for me. But I did have a driving job.
I remember.
And that came to,
I remember.
Yeah, I had to stop doing it because I decided that I don't want to be part of the social media thing anymore. So everything we had to do with the car, you had to use your phone, you had to use apps. My phone doesn't work with apps properly. It's so old.
I know that you
I can
use
talk to you on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to, I don't even take this thing out of the house anymore. I use it for YouTube and WhatsApp. That's it. And maybe taking some photos. But my daily phone, if anyone's interested, is a Nokia 105.
Good.
Now, that is like a brick phone from the early noughties.
Yeah.
So I don't, most of the time jobs nowadays, you have to have a smartphone. I don't want that rubbish. To me, that's just my opinion. I don't want it. And as I'm getting older, I'm finding I don't want this technology. I don't like it, and it doesn't sit well with me.
Okay. Well...
And that's where I would struggle with employment because everything is digital now.
A lot is.
So, yeah, I would struggle severely.
Okay. Let's roll forward with this. This is one of us. It's a very real life situation. And let's see if between us, over time, we can come up with ideas, suggestions.
Well, I do like driving. That is one place, if anyone out there can relate to it, behind a steering wheel in a car or a van or whatever, that's my little safe bubble. I feel kind of like safe behind a steering wheel. Does that make sense?
Would you be okay if there were people in there with you?
Yeah.
Have you tried PTS?
What's that?
Patient Transport Service. They're always crying out for people.
Possibly. Yeah. I did try a medical one years ago, delivering medication, but they turned me down.
No, this is... right, there will be... It could be NHS or it could be private, depending on your PCT. But everywhere in the UK, there's a thing called PTS, Patient Transport Service. And
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's taking people to and from appointments, to and from hospital admissions, hospital discharges. You would be driving cars.
Minibus, maybe?
Minibus type ambulances, stretcher type ambulances.
The only thing I would struggle with is helping people because obviously my shoulder is the way it is, unless I can get some help, of course. But
that would be okay. It's if it was an NHS thing, then you wouldn't be required to physically put yourself out there because all of the manual handling things would be in place. But I know from experience, obviously, my wife ran all of this stuff when she ran a hospital. They are always looking for staff. Certainly around here, every ambulance has got a "come and join us" sticker on it. So there's a thought. There's a thought.
That is a thought. Yeah.
Right, leave it with us. Leave it with us.
Yeah. I'm sure that there's so many people in the chat now that, they've got so many minds currently thinking right now.
Exactly. So leave it with the Community Hive and bless you for being brave and being open. And let's see if we can come up with something?
Well, I was kind of like, should I say something? Should I not say something? I don't know. And then I thought, well, I'm not going to lose anything if I don't.
Exactly.
And like we said before, this is a community.
Oh, totally. And you are, you've been here from day zero. And we all adore you, and that you're amongst friends.
Yeah, thank you.
So, right.
Thank you, everyone.
Come on then, guys.
Hello, Mustard. Hello, Mustard.
Seriously, all of you, let's do this. Let's do this. Somebody has been brave enough to put themselves out there and the situation and so on. Let's, between us, not necessarily immediately, but let's all try and help going forward. Live streams, Facebook group. Simone's you're not part of the Facebook group. You don't do social media.
No,
but
I left. I left. All I have is my YouTube channels.
That's okay. It can be passed on. So.
Yeah. Well, I've got my YouTube channels. I've got my email address, and I've got PayPal, but I don't really get a lot anymore. And I'm worried about if anyone donates anything, the DWP, if they see stuff, oh, what's this for? What's that for? And they're going to be digging into our bank account soon. So they want to know what we're buying, things like that. So it's not good.
Okay.
And that's part of the problem. So.
Is your YouTube channel, have you still not monetized it? Are you still demonetized?
It's still off. It's still off because I worry that if I turn it back on again, they're going to say to us, what are you doing this for? If you can do this, you can go and get a job.
Okay.
So that's why I haven't done it.
Okay. Right.
And the DWP and the government are not nice people. They don't care about the small people. But that's just me.
It's
my
probably
feelings on
not. But even if it was just you, then that's important. Okay. Right. Take that on board, everybody, and we are going to roll forward with this. This is now a thing for all of us. Simone, bless you. And as I say, if it's okay with you, then we'll go forward with this. And hopefully, between us all, them all, I'm no bloody help. I'm no help to anybody. But hopefully we can come up with some ideas. There's a lot of knowledge out there. There's a lot of, I'm sure people will come up with some bits and pieces. So if it's okay with you, we will check back in going forward and see what we can do. Is that okay?
Why not? Yeah. People are asking for my channel, by the way, or channels. So
one of the production team will put your links in there.
All right. Okay.
And we will talk about that going forward and the monetization aspect and all of that because...
Yeah, I kind of need a bit more info, but I don't really want to go to the organ grinder because unless I get my head bitten off.
I know for a fact, I won't say anything more than that, but I know that there are people in your position and they are doing it. So I know that you don't need to be not doing it. Does that make sense?
Right. It does, but I just don't want to upset the apple cart.
No, I completely understand that.
Yeah.
There are ways that it can actually work to your advantage, but we will deal with that going forward. And let me just preface that with saying that Simone is not some random person with pretensions to be a YouTuber. She is sought after. She is great on camera. Ironically, she's better on other people's channels than she is on her own.
I wouldn't be surprised,
We can help with that, can't we?
Yeah. Well, this weekend I've got, I think I mentioned it either a week or so ago, I've got a chap coming out to look at the Cortina. To, give me an assessment on what can be done, and I'm hoping it's not a basket case. So we will see what happens.
everything is doable,
It is. It is.
theoretically.
It is.
Anyway.
Yeah, there is solid metal in there. Don't worry.
Good. Right. Right, my lovely.
All right. Thank you.
No, bless you. Bless you. Thank you so
All right.
much for that. And
That's okay. I hope you're okay.
oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good.
I'm
Good.
fine. You've got my details, haven't you? You know how to ping me if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
got your number.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Right. We
Cheers,
will.
Jason.
Work in progress. Work in progress.
Yes.
All right, my
All right,
lovely. You
thanks,
take
everyone.
care of yourself.
All right. And you. Good night.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Right. There you go. That's somebody that is a lovely person, has potential. Oh no, that sounds awful. I didn't mean it to sound like that, I'm sorry. That is our lovely Simone that I've been dying to meet. Emma's been dying to meet. Well known in circles, but obviously struggling, but she's been part of us since even before this live stream became a thing. She's been with me for as long as I've been with me. So please, we can't expect miracles tonight at bloody 12:30, but let's keep this going and let's do more of this kind of thing. This is what I want the community to be. We'll have a laugh, we'll meet up, we'll do fun stuff, but we're all human beings, we've all got our own struggles, and sometimes we all need a bit of help. So when one of us needs a little bit of help, then let's do the all for one and one for all thing, and let's see what we can do as a community to make a difference in any way that we can. So please, community, mind, hive, advice, thoughts, suggestions, let's go down this route. And I'm really glad that Simone has opened the door. And if any of you guys, Paul, I'm thinking of you as well, if you are in situations that you're struggling to deal with or even know how to deal with, then share and let's see what we can do for each other. Shall we? That'd be a good thing, wouldn't it? Right, if you haven't said good night already, you definitely need to now, because I'm going to get off and get some eats and sleepies. Marguerite, I'll just catch up with the comments. Margarita Prakatan, how could I forget? I watched her on YouTube yesterday. How far behind am I? Boaty, what would you do if 1,000 people turned up at Highwayman? Don't know. No, Robbie Dorset, I am most definitely not. Andrew Buttigieg, Ivor Spotty as was. Good evening to you and good night. Good point. Yes, there is a thing in the way. I can't wait to see Tonic live, says Helen. Sean Moore, good evening. Right, I'm just gonna have to whiz through these. There are too many of them, but bless you. Alan Maltby, good evening to you. Oh, people are being very sweet. Thank you, matron. Oh, Paul, bless you, mate. Okay, darlings, it's kind of time to just head off and get eats and sleepies and all of those good things. Right, there we are. There we are. Right then, darlings. Seriously, let me thank each and every one of you for your company tonight. It's been, I hope that tonight has been a glimpse into the future of how this thing goes in some ways. I love the fact that we have a laugh. I love the fact that we have fun. I love the fact that we have an incredibly healthy relationship where we can all take the piss. But it would be nice if we could make a little bit of a difference here and there, wouldn't it? Because for many of us, life can be a bit hard, and it's just nice if we've got somewhere to turn to when, you know, things are a little bit less than optimal. And I know that you will all take it on board and step up and all of that. Right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I would just, I'd love to, I would like to, I need to send love out there to all of you who need a bit of love, and send luck to you all who need a bit of luck, and just let me wish you all a safe and peaceful night and a good day tomorrow. May tomorrow bring joy, may it bring pleasure, but at the very least, you know, may it bring a bit of peace, and may it be endurable, survivable, reasonable. The candle will be relit tomorrow night, a bit later. Oh, you big puff. It's going to be 11:30 tomorrow. Can't help that, sorry. But I know as many of you as can will join me, and I can't wait to catch up with you again tomorrow night. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me, and on that note, Pachoo, and indeed, bosh. Good night, darlings, and much love and strength to you all. See you tomorrow.